machine. Let's boop it out of the way. Happy Saturday, sis. Silly yarny sister. Socktacular Saturday. I have no socks. It's the end of Shark Week. Come on, let me enjoy the sharks. So this is my whip bag, my project bag, that I keep my socks in. I absolutely love this bag. I picked it up thrifting many years ago, and it's like a origami fabric bag. I absolutely love it. It's got these flaps, and then inside here are pockets, and it's made out of just a thin little cotton. It's got drawstring where you pull the two and it cinches it closed. I love this bag. Well, Ranee, the Woolly Llama Shop, has a challenge out for Shark Week to craft something, two things sharky. And so I got to thinking, I have done quite a bit of research looking for a bag or a pattern on YouTube. Where did my little safety pin go? I'm gonna do this while we talk. I've been looking on YouTube and not really finding anything. I'm not sure how to describe what kind of bag that would be. Well, recently I've gotten my sewing machine out and I've been working on these little pouches for my farm girl meetings. I came across a really good deal on a whole bunch of little zippers. So I've been making these little zipper pouches. Look how nice my zipper tabs are. Thank you, YouTube. And they're all just a little different. That one's got bees in it and butterflies and denim that I found on sale. And so I've had my sewing machine out and I thought, well, I don't want to do a sewing tutorial, but I want to sew something for Shark Week. I have this fabulous fishy shark bait fabric. They're little mini baby sharks, okay? Baby sharks. And then I had this really thin teal gauzy kind of cotton. Long story short, Facebook threw a reel over my feed. Oh my gosh, it must have been months ago. And it was for my bag, my origami bag. I was so excited. So I sent it to a friend and asked them to Facebook Messenger. And you know, a lot of times those Facebook Messengers, we send all these like little funny reels or little clips. And I know they're like, hey, thinking of you. And then you send it to somebody. I don't go on Facebook very often. So when I sent it, I kind of explained like, hey, can you save this for me? I'll be back for this. And I was looking through my fabric, it's Shark Week, and I thought, you know what? Let's combine those two patterns and see what I can come up with. I came up with this little bag. I followed the directions. Now, I'm having one heck of a time with my tension. Look at that. Look at that. That is not quality. I need to work on it. But as far as a prototype, which, thinking about it, maybe I shouldn't have used my good fabric to just go at it. But it's Shark Week. We throw caution to the wind during Shark Week, right? Use the good stuff. And I got plenty more good stuff. I can make more. I had no intentions for this fabric when I bought it. I just thought it was fishy delightful. So I'm sitting here with a safety pin trying to feed this through these little folds. It was very interesting. You use a very large square, which mine is kind of small. I need a bigger square. It looked like the lady in the tutorial used a handkerchief, and I don't think I can attach a link to a Facebook reel to the description box below. But if you're interested in seeing a very short tutorial on how to make the and it didn't even say what she was calling it. I'm just calling it an origami bag. It looks like they just took fabric and folded it up. And they really did fold it up. It's kind of hard to string this through. At Daiso, they have this tool and it's shaped like a pair of tweezers, only it has a metal ring around the edge of it so you can cinch it down and pinch it really tight. And you put your ribbon or your elastic down in there and you pull that metal ring down and it cinches and holds it tight so that you have a long metal piece of tweezers to run elastic through. But when I was in high school, we used safety pins, and I can't find that tool. You know, the girls and I, we all have sewing machines and we all sew at different points in time. And I think all of our little toolboxes are all interchangeable. I can't get that through there. My goodness, I'm gonna have to be patient with it. I think all of our tools have kind of muddled together on who's what and who's working on what. All right, well, I'm gonna sit here and I think I have to tell it what for. Oh, there we go. Okay, now, see, sometimes you just gotta scare it a little bit. I was just gonna say I was gonna let you go, cuss at it a little bit, tell it what for and who's boss, and then come back. It was folded quite a few times. It's pretty thick. I think if I was gonna make it again, I would use two very thin cottons. I think this one, it's gauzy, but it's like a dinner napkin almost. It's a little woven and it's a little thicker. And then this fabric, it's exclusive. We won't be getting any more. Oh, my beloved. Maybe I should put it in a vault and save it. Use the good stuff. Use the good stuff. Oh my goodness. Seriously, Amy, we need to work on our tension. Look at that. I think when I wound my bobbin, it got a little loose. Do you sew? Do you sew at all? Well, I am still working on my crocheted sunglass case. I just wanted to have a backup project just in case that pattern's giving me fits. I don't know. I don't know if it's me, and if I made it again, you know, I could do my decreases a little differently. I could, now that sometimes after you work a pattern one time, you see how you would have done it differently the next time around. I think I would have worked it a little differently next time around. Oh my goodness. So I can't find, so this is folded over twice, and I keep going in one side of the pocket or the other side of the pocket, and I'm supposed to come right through the middle. So I'm gonna back my safety pin up way before the fold. I'm gonna put this pair of scissors down in there and turn them sideways, so that'll open up. There's this end of the scissors. I could push the safety pin down along the end of the scissors past that little, that didn't work. Oh man. All right, let's try again. I'm gonna use my scissors. And then I'm gonna turn them sideways to open up that little pouch. And I got my safety pin way back in here so I could follow that channel all the way down. I wanna show you my finished little pouch, just in case the sunglasses don't quite, There she is. All right. Woohoo, I did it. All right. I think in her tutorial, she strung one this way and string one this way because I've got this one loops around twice. There are. This one is so small, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. How cute is that? So when it's wide open, you lift up the flap and then you have a little pocket. Now, having worked this before, I can see that when she folded the whole thing in half and folded the pieces over, whoever made this one didn't go all the way up to the top, which would make it less bulky here on the side and give me a larger pouches on the side. How cute is that? I love it. A little mini whip bag. If I made it longer, I could fit my cell phone in it. So recently, one of the girls purchased this little tiny press iron off of Amazon. And when it arrived in this tiny little box that promptly fell apart. And I was thinking, oh, not quite. Almost. All right, the search continues. I need to find little things to keep in my little pouch that's too small for any kind of whip I can imagine. Even the tiny little micros, my crochet hook wouldn't even fit in there. But excellent prototype, and it's shark bait. Don't look at my stitching. I need to work on that. I need to fumble with the tension, and I need to re-spool. Maybe the bobbin isn't tight enough. You know what? That's sewing. Every time I get out this beast, there's something else going on. The tension, the needle's not sharp enough, this or that, or someone's messed with it. All right, I'll be back with sunglass case. Give me 1 second. Hello, hello. It is hot. It has been hot all week. I'm sitting here in the car for boxing, and I was noticing that this is it. This is the end of the week. Unfortunately, I only was able to do 3 projects in the spirit of Shark Week, which is pretty good. I had the Shark Can Cozy last Friday, and then I did finish the Little Shark Backpack. And then I made the shark food bag, which was sewing. And in looking through my magazines, I have a very, very interesting pattern to share with you. This is a little pattern book that you would have found in 1959 in the grocery store aisle on the checkout. Or you would have found this little pamphlet in a public place like the pharmacy between coming and going, and just a quick little grab to treat yourself to something affordable that you could make at home. Interestingly enough, in 1959, it was 29 cents to buy this little pamphlet, and I purchased it from a thrift store for 25 cents. So I got a little bit of an antique discount. Usually you see these for $1 and up, you know, depending on what kind of boutique thrift store you're shopping at. This one's put together by Priscilla. Priscilla is a pattern company that does publications. But the yarn, the fiber that it's advertising is actually J&P Coats, which is your knit crow sheen. We see those quite a bit, or ONT. You'll see ONT quite a bit, which is Coats and Clark's like tatting or crocheting kind of thread. and I was right in here, I was seeing it was interesting. It says available in sizes your classic 10 to 100. That's got to be sewing thread, has to be 100. And then they have 30 for the most color varieties for your tablecloths, runners, and doilies. Yeah, just an interesting little blast from the past. And the reason why I'm showing you this one is usually you see a lot of, a lot of cherubs, a lot of floral design, a lot of verbiage, home sweet home, and that sort of thing. But in this interesting little magazine, I found a pattern for placemats called Fish Pond. Look at that pattern. These are for placemats. It's using Coats. Hey, get out of here. Coats and Clark's 30, which you could still get at Hobby Lobby. It recommends some colors. And then it says how many balls of thread you need. But in working these and purchasing antique, thrifted, vintage balls of crochet thread, there's not the same yardage. So you can't always go back. What is this little fly doing? I need a fish to come catch that fly. But take a look at the fish pond. There we go. And even inside the fish, they even worked with these decorative stitches to make it look like the fish has scales. Absolutely fascinating pattern. So I was getting in here and I was looking really close. Filet crochet works in blocks. Each one of these is a chain. Let me see if I could get my face out of there. Each one of these is a chain, a post, a chain, and a post. Usually it's 2 chains and a post, so it's 4. You have your border, your top, your bottom, and a border. So are you skipping 2? Well, I guess that depends on the pattern, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, there has been quite a few patterns that I've worked where a block is just a post, a space, and a post. Looking at the abbreviations, they all are the same as crochet abbreviations until you get to BL, which is a block, which I haven't noticed that in other filet crochet patterns that I've been working. So at the end of each row, it's telling you to put a block on a block, and a block is a full filled in. So you're working in filling in or leaving a space in the pixel. Very fascinating. Very, very cute. Oh, there's a better description of what I'm talking about. So the black squares are filled in, and the white ones are a post, shares the post to the block next to it. And then you're working, let's see, they're having you work, it's backwards for you, right to left, which is really tricky for my brain. So you're working all the way down the table mat. How interesting that we could even use this graph to make other items like knitting a scarf, crocheting a scarf. You can enlarge it. You can make that a wall hanging. We'll put some blue background in the back. And there it is, all worked up. Isn't it cute? I love it. I still have, let's see, I have a doily on the little table in the living room where I sit. And in my overnight bag, I have a curtain that I wanted to work with 3 daisies, 3 wildflowers on it. And it's a curtain panel for my bathroom curtain. So I can't really take on another filet crochet project at the moment, but look at that shark. Yeah. If you like the pattern, send me an email. Figure it out. We will figure it out. If you are interested in making a filet crochet, what was it called? Fish pond? Fish pond filet crochet. I think that's it for the week. I really enjoyed the host this year. I really enjoyed sitting with my son Ryan every evening this week to see what was new and what was going on. For as much as my son knows about sharks, he absolutely loves them, is obsessed with them, reads about them, deep dives into them every chance he gets. We learned some stuff. And that's what's so fascinating about Shark Week. Even Ranee over at the Woolly Llama had some interesting things that we had no idea. I shared them with my son each day. She did post a video every day. Thoroughly enjoyed spending time with Ranee. And that's it. I gotta let you go. Running out of battery here. All right, remember, we're in the thick of it. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. I'll see you soon. Bye, friends. Editing Amy, I forgot to mention that the shark sunglass case was not working out for me. I couldn't seem to understand why all her increases and decreases were stacked 2 at a time next to each other through the fins and the tail. It wasn't quite making sense to me. I think that it would be best if I revisited that pattern when I had a little bit more patience and that I could adjust it. I think it's a left-handed thing. I think if it was maybe my starting point wasn't where I should have started. Anyway, I did not finish the sunglass case. It's now over there in the whip pile that's probably in just a long time out. But that's the update on the shark sunglass case.